Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gids. Thank you so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I thought I would talk about all the fragrances that I have added to my collection this year. We are in September now, the season is changing, and I thought I would talk about all the fragrances that I have added into my collection. Now I might get a bit of heat for this video. I know I've made content and videos talking about how many fragrances do you need. I've mentioned fragrance addiction and overconsumption. But just to be transparent, I never said I would completely stop buying fragrances. That is not realistic. But what I aim to be is to be more considered, to be more mindful of what I'm purchasing, and only really buy the fragrances that I truly, truly love and that I know I'm going to wear. Okay, with that said, these are the fragrances. There's one which I was gifted, which I'm going to talk about that from a friend, and the rest I purchased with my own money. So I've got fragrances from a number of different brands, very, very heavy to lift up, as you can see. First fragrance I'm going to talk about comes from this brand called Essential Parfums. Now, I added this fragrance called Bois Imperial. This is by Quentin Biche. He is the perfumer that's created this. This is the only one I have tried, and I fell in love with it as soon as I tried it. It's crisp, it's fresh, it's clean, it's musky. It's just such a perfect fragrance to wear all year round. Particularly at this time of year, I'm gonna really enjoy wearing this more. As you can see, I've put quite a dent in it. This is a fragrance I've only had maybe like a month, but I have already put a huge dent in this fragrance because I just love it. I can't stop reaching for it. It's so versatile. It's just very crisp, as I said. It's clean, it's fresh, it's woody. It has a sort of nice, slight citrus, sweet, ambroxan type of character wrapped around it as well, which for me, I love. And it's just perfect to wear to work. I mean, I wear this to work quite a lot, and the compliments at work are just endless. People are always asking me, what is that fragrance? Who is wearing that? And I forget that I'm even wearing it, because I obviously after a certain point can no longer smell it on myself. I sometimes get whiffs of it, but you know, when you're working in your own space and you sometimes stop smelling yourself because you're so used to your smell. That often happens with this, and people come up and remind me, oh my God, it smells amazing in here. Who's wearing that fragrance? There was even a guy who I work with, and he asked me to write the name of this down. So I did, and he's ordered it already, and he loves the fragrance. I mean, I'm not a gatekeeper when it comes to fragrances. I don't care, because I think everything smells different on everyone. And he was very grateful. So yeah, I'm really glad that I have this in my collection. I wear it, I love it. So versatile, and it's an all year round fragrance for sure. So this is Essential Parfum Bois Imperial. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about is from this brand. This is my first fragrance from the house of Nobile 1942. And this is, I'm going to butcher this, La Danza, delle Libellule. This is like cinnamon, apple pie, vanilla, done in such a perfect way. It's so intoxicating. Every time I pick this up, I just want to keep sniffing it because it's delicious. It is so delicious. Now, the thing that I find challenging with a lot of gourmands is that they end up smelling too much like food, like cake, like syrupy, caramelly, very, very sweet. And that's not what I want from a gourmand. What I love in a gourmand is something that still smells like a perfume. You know, it still has the sweetness and the beautiful elements, but it's not feeling like I'm smelling a cake in a bakery, because I don't really want that. But this one, this cinnamon, apple, vanilla, done in this kind of really transparent, sort of bright way. It's just classy and beautiful. And I've wanted this since I smelt it in 2020, and I always put off buying it because I thought, oh, you know, I've got too many fragrances, but I added this to my collection, and when it gets a little bit cooler, this one is going to be coming out much more. I think it's beautiful. This is called Boadicea the Victorious, and this is Blue Sapphire Supercharged. Now, let me just talk about this fragrance for a moment. So if you know Boadicea the Victorious, They're a very, very luxurious brand, very luxurious. If you think of brands like Clive Christian, Roja, Henry Jacques, I put them in that sort of category. Very, very expensive fragrances, especially. They have, I mean, okay, not all of their fragrances are super, super expensive, but the majority of them are. This is Blue Sapphire Supercharged. It's the more intense, richer, more dense version of Blue Sapphire. Now, Blue Sapphire is, how much is Blue Sapphire? It's about £500-600 for 100 ml. I remember when I first went to Harrods, the perfume hall, and I actually went up to this brand because I thought, wow, their bottles are really beautiful. I thought they were like a Middle Eastern brand. They're actually British. I didn't know that. And the sales staff was so nice. I was trying all the different fragrances, and I agreed that the Blue Sapphire was one of my favorites. I later looked up the price to my horror, how expensive it was. Anyway, this one I bought when they were doing a special offer. So this came out, I believe, this year, the Supercharged version of the fragrance. This is 10 ml, and Boadicea were doing this offer where you get 40% off, plus you get an extra £10 off as well. It was on their website. So I took the plunge and bought this because I just thought, I like this fragrance and I'm probably not going to get it for that price again. This is a rose oud, but done in a really, really refined way, like refined. Like the person that wears this as their signature scent is a boss. They are a boss, and I want to be your friend if you wear this as your signature scent, because this is a classy, classy, classy fragrance. Rose, oud, leather, amber, there's spices, there's raspberry in this, but it's the way that it's done. I mean, on paper, all these notes sound like something that's been done many, many times before, but this fragrance, chef's kiss, incredible. 100 ml of this, I believe, is £1,000, and 10 ml of this is £99, but I got mine for about 50-ish pounds because I got a special discount offer that Boadicea were doing. So do check out Boadicea every so often. They do special promo codes around like Black Friday, New Year, certain times of the year. They do really good promotional offers, and quite a few of us got this at that time. So this is Blue Sapphire Supercharged. Amazing, amazing fragrance. The performance on this as well is insane, insane. It smells so opulent and rich, very Middle Eastern, but the dry down of this fragrance just smells like class. The next fragrance comes from the house of Acqua di Parma. This is Fico de Amalfi La Reserva. Now, I love this fragrance. I love the original version, but this is the more intense version of the original. So if you know Fico de Amalfi, you know that this is a fig-based fragrance. So it's quite fig-based, it's quite fresh. It's sort of a bit green as well, a bit sweet. It's a really beautiful fragrance. For me, this is one of the best fig fragrances on the market, but the fact that this is the more intense version of it just adds so much smoothness and richness. And the way that they've created this this more intense version is they've let the fragrance macerate over a 2-month period. So the fig is more of the pulp of the fig that they add into the fragrance to give it more of a central, warm sort of nuance. And they've added some tonka in the base. It's still quite fresh at the top. But this fragrance, when I first smelled this, I smelt it in House of Fraser here in the UK. I was just blown away, blown away. It's classy, it's fresh, it's really clean, it's bright, it's uplifting. It's a beautiful fragrance, really, really gorgeous. I have quite a few Acqua di Parma fragrances. People often complain about the longevity, but this collection is amazing, really, really nice, and I love it. Oh my goodness, so good, so good. It's just incredible, incredible. I'm gonna be going away soon, and I'm definitely gonna be taking this with me on holiday, for sure. Fico de Amalfi La Reserva from Acqua di Parma. Okay. The next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is from Chanel. Now I picked this up, when did I pick this up? I did a review and unboxing of this. Now I know I haven't used a lot of this, I know, but let me tell you something about my Chanel Les Exclusifs. I work my way through them all when I want to and when I'm ready to. To me, these are like pieces of art in my fragrance wardrobe. They are jewels, they are beautiful special collections. This is the work of Jacques Polge and Olivier Polge, for me, at their absolute best. What I love about 1932 is it just like the name and the description, there's a sparkling quality to it. It's sweet and it's floral, it's still aldehydic. I believe this has like some peach in it, or I think it's pear in this fragrance. So it has this like slight sweetness, there's a powdery element to the fragrance. It's just pure class. It just smells like someone who has got their whole life together. It's just very poised, very elegant, very classy. And I think that's why I love the collection from Chanel so much, is I always feel really poised and elegant when I wear anything from this range of fragrances. They're just so special to me, and they are truly like the jewels of my collection, the exclusives. So when I saw 1932, and also I had a voucher for this, and it was just before the price increase. So I said, look, I want to get 1932, so let me get this fragrance so I don't regret it, and I don't regret it. So this is one I will be wearing for sure, and I love just rediscovering all of my exclusives and going back to 1957, 1932, Comet, Les Lions, 1922. Like, for me, they are such special fragrances that when I'm having challenging days, I wear my exclusives and they really make me feel happy. The next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is from Chanel. This is Allure Homme Blanche edition. A classic. To me, this is a classic. And the Chanel Allure Homme line, I don't really own any of the other fragrances. This is the only one I own. But I just love this one. I love it. And I've wanted it for years as well. Why did I take the plunge and buy it this year? Well, I smelled it and I just fell in love. I fell in love again, and I reminded myself how much I love the fragrance. And given that it was quite a hot summer in the UK, we did have quite warm, humid days. This was one that I just craved, and I'm so glad I got it. It's Chanel Allure Homme, but think of the beautiful lemon. People say it gives it like a lemon pie sort of powdery softness to the fragrance. I agree with that. It's just perfect, really a perfect fragrance. I wore this so much over summer. I included it in my most used summer fragrances, and I'm really, really, really glad that I have this in my collection. Chanel Allure Homme Blanche edition. Paris Edimbourg from Chanel. This is another one I spoke about in my most used for summer fragrances. I know it doesn't look like I've used a lot, but I did reach for it quite a lot after I purchased this fragrance. Juniper berries, spices, vanilla, amber, beautiful, beautiful, crisp, fresh fragrance, but really warm at the same time. The Les range for me is so underrated from Chanel. I don't really hear enough people speaking about it. I know they don't last a long time, but for me, these are so beautiful, so elegant, and I've wanted this one for so long. So when John Lewis were doing a really, really good promotion on this, and I had a voucher, I took the plunge and I bought these two at the same time. Even now, when I smell this, it calms me down. It really does. Maybe it's the lavender in this, but my goodness. And as you can see, just it's so easy and light. It's not a fragrance that's super heavy and loud. So you can just wear this like on the way to the gym. You can spray a bit on, you know, running around, doing some errands, spray a bit more on. It's just really nice for that reason. And I actually think this is going to be a really nice one to wear in the autumn season as well. So I'm really glad that I bought this fragrance this year. Chanel's Paris Edimbourg from the Les range. Gosh, all this talking is making my mouth dry. Vanilla powder. Now this one's really interesting because this fragrance, it really grew on me, and I didn't like this fragrance when I first tried it. I'm gonna be really, really honest. I wasn't a huge fan. The way that people spoke about this, I kind of didn't understand the hype. For me, it was just there was this powdery coconut undertones to the fragrance, which I just thought, I don't get it. Like, I don't get the fragrance. I mean, okay, vanilla powder, it's supposed to smell like vanilla and sort of powdery, but it didn't really do it for me. And then one day I went and tried this and I fell in love with it. And I tried it again, fell in love with it again. So I tried it about 3-4 times. Every time I would go into different department stores where they had the Matiere Premiere line of fragrances. And yeah, I eventually pulled the trigger and bought it this year. Very popular fragrance, I know. Very popular amongst reviewers and fragrance lovers. Vanilla powder, there's some coconut in this as well. Just an interesting fragrance. Really nice performance on this. It lingers, it's luminous, it's transparent, it's pleasant, it's not cloying. Like, people say this is a really powerful fragrance, but there are some fragrances which are powerful and they're cloying, and some fragrances which have presence and power, but they're not cloying. They have a luminosity to them. They sort of don't feel jarring, if that makes sense. Like you're walking into a room and you're imposing on others your fragrance. And it doesn't feel like that with this one. To be completely honest, on me, this fragrance gives me about 7 to 8 hours, which I think is great. I think anything for me above 6 hours is really good. 6 to 8 hours is brilliant. Anything above 8 hours is fantastic. So yeah, Matiere Premiere, I'm really glad I added it to my collection. I got it for my sister's wedding, which was a lovely occasion and a nice way for me to remember the lovely day through a wonderful scent memory. So vanilla powder from Matiere Premiere. And I'm really interested to try the actual extrait version of the fragrance, because I've got Radical Rose extrait, I've got Crystal Saffron extrait, and I've got, there's another one I have as well. I've got 3 of the extraits that they sent to me when I bought this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying more from Matiere Premiere. The next fragrance is from Penhaligon's, the beautiful brand Penhaligon's. I adore Penhaligon's. I think they are one of the best British niche houses in terms of fragrance, and very classy, beautiful heritage. Just gorgeous. They have the royal warrant as well, so they serve the royal family. But anyway, this is a fragrance which was gifted to me. It's so special because it was gifted by one of my really good friends, Abby, from Abby with Love, and it was a birthday gift, which I'm incredibly grateful for. It's beautiful. So I tried the whole collection, and Abby remembered this was the one that I loved the most. I think I love all the Penhaligon. I love so many of the Penhaligon's range, but this one is a lavender sandalwood fragrance with some patchouli, some woods. It's got a little bit of rum in this as well, and it's got cardamom as well, because I remember smelling this and thinking there's something that has a warm spiciness to it, not a sharp spiciness like a pink pepper, but there's something like a warm, soft spice, and it's the cardamom in the opening. It's really nice, and it works really nicely with the lavender as well. Oh, this is amazing. And I mean, the packaging of this is superb. Look at that. The ribbed bottle, the lid, this detail, the ribbon, even like the actual, the label as well. Every detail about this is amazing, and I love this fragrance. I'm gonna be wearing it a lot this autumn. As you can see, I haven't put a huge dent in this, but I love this fragrance, and I was so excited when Abby got this for me, because I really love this one from the whole collection of it's the lotions, potions and remedies collection. That's what it's from. Really beautiful fragrance, really gorgeous. Balm of Calm. I love the name as well. I've spoken about this one enough, so I'm not gonna say too much, but I bought this in January of this year, and you can see I've really enjoyed wearing it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just continuing to wear this one. Orpheon for me is supreme, it's classy, it's a fragrance, might even be a fragrance for life. because it's just so easy to wear, you know. It's very clean, it's fresh, it's musky, and I think that is slowly becoming the fragrance category that I love the most. This kind of musky, fresh, clean scent profile, which is really easy to wear and doesn't require too much thought. Yeah, Orpheon is, it's got juniper berries in this, it's got some jasmine, it's sort of powdery and soft, but musky at the same time, and there's like a very, very subtle, sweet spiciness in the fragrance, very, very subtle. But yeah, it's just such a charming, beautiful fragrance, and one which I will continue to love. Chanel No. 5 Eau Premiere. This one again, I'm so glad I got it. I have always loved Eau Premiere, always loved this one. I think this one is not readily available, and I think it's a shame because I actually think this is probably for me the best version of No. 5. I love No. 5 Low, but as a Chanel lover, when I think of Chanel No. 5, I think of the heritage of the house that I love, the brand I love. And No. 5 Eau Premiere is just so vibrant and fresh and soapy and clean and modern. It's a more brighter, lighter version of No. 5, but the performance on this one, I've got to say, very impressive. It's better than No. 5 Low. So if you like No. 5 Low, but you find the performance on that one is not what you would like it to be, because that one, it really is very, very fleeting, try No. 5 Eau Premiere, because you won't lose the same character. You will be surprised how similar it smells, because it's still really bright and fresh. And maybe that's the reason why they don't push this one as much, because they want the No. 5 Low to be one that they push, because they seem to push No. 5 Low much more than they do Eau Premiere, which makes me think, is this one maybe going to get discontinued at some point? I wouldn't be surprised if it does, which would be a shame. But then I do think Chanel wouldn't probably discontinue a flanker of No. 5, because No. 5 is their most iconic scent. But yeah, I bought this year, and I'm really glad that I have this fragrance in my collection. Love this one. Okay, this is called Esque, and this is Amor. Now, they have all the notes on the back. This has notes of saffron, cardamom, tonka beans, jasmine, argarwood, and oud. And this brand came to my work, and they were exhibiting at my work, and the brand owner, she's such a dynamic, impressive woman. She's so impressive to me in the sense that she knows how to sell her brand, and it's an indie brand essentially. Really nice. This is very concentrated, so it's, if you like things like Halfeti, Gucci Intense Oud, you would definitely like this. This is a very pleasant, warm, spicy fragrance with the oud. There's tonka in this, which makes it sweet. And when I smelled the whole collection, this was the one instantly that I liked. And she was there spraying fragrances and recommending different things. And I just think the way that this fragrance was created, it's quite warm and spicy, but rich. There's saffron in this, there's cardamom, there's tonka bean, jasmine, and there's the oud as well. So it's very warm and deep and rich, but at the same time, very smooth, very smooth. Very well balanced, a very well balanced fragrance. And I was so impressed at the way that she was like recommending different fragrances. And you know, this fragrance, I think I paid, what is this? This is 30 ml. I think I paid like £27 or £28 for this fragrance, which I think is very reasonable. And I'm always happy to support an indie brand who is making their own original fragrance, not trying to replicate or duplicate what's already, you know, another brand has made to an exact specification, but doing something a bit more unique. I will leave the details for this fragrance below. It's not sponsored, but if you're interested, this one is called Amor, and it's the one that I really fell in love with and that really spoke to me. So it's nice. And as you can see, the size is nice and small, so you can just throw it in your bag, or if you've got a little jacket or something and you're going out, you can take this with you and top up every so often. But the performance on this one is pretty good. Lush, we have American Cream. Imagine, I'm almost finished. I never thought I never thought I would almost be finished with this. I didn't even realize the dent that I had put in this fragrance. Now, I went to Lush. I was with Abby. Hey, Abby, if you're watching. And I was trying all the fragrances. I have quite a few of the body sprays. Abby loves Lush, and she was trying different things. And I started trying the perfumes. And I remember looking at this one and thinking, wow, that is nice. Like, I tried a lot of them, and it's not that I don't like the Lush perfumes. I find that with Lush, you have to find the one that speaks to you, because for me, they have a very specific DNA, this kind of herbaceous, dry, often quite woody sort of scent profile, which for me doesn't always work. But this one, it's lavender in this, there's some vanilla, I can't remember what else there is, but essentially it smells sweet, slightly fresh, has that musky undertone, and sweet. That's what it is. It's a sweet, fresh, musky perfume. Really, really lovely. I can't believe I put this much of a dent in this. And this is a 30 ml. I don't think this was very expensive. I think this was like £20 maybe, something around then. It's not very expensive. The packaging is not the best. I think the lid isn't great, but apart from that, the actual scent inside the bottle, the juice, I love. Really, really love this one. So I might, when this runs out, consider getting a bigger size. I might consider that. I have White Musk, and this is from the Body Shop. Now, this is called White Musk Low, and White Musk from the Body Shop is an absolute classic. This is a classic. White Musk from the Body Shop was the fragrance that so many people knew of back in the day, that used to buy it, that used to love it. But this one is sort of like a flanker. It's much more, it's even fresher. So it's musky, but it's very fresher. And to me, it smells more citrusy. It smells like there's a little cucumber, fresh, citrusy note in this. So it's just, again, very, very fresh, very uplifting. I went to an outlet and they had the Body Shop, and this one was only £10. And this is 30 ml. And I remember smelling it and thinking, is that the Body Shop? What? This is incredible. I have to say, this is a beautiful fragrance. For £10, I am blown away. This is White Musk Low, so it's crisp. I love crisp fragrances, you can imagine. It's very fresh, it's citrusy, it's uplifting, it's musky and vibrant. It doesn't last very long, you know, what to expect from the Body Shop. It is an EDT as well, but it's incredibly beautiful and really lovely and pleasant to wear, even for a short period of time, and you just reapply. Finally, Zara Fashionably London. Now, I got this the same time when I got my vanilla powder, and I just went through, I went through this like no man's business. I love this so much. I would consider getting the elixir of this fragrance. I find because I just threw this in my bag and I didn't think too much of it, and I just sort of spray it. It's one which I'm able to enjoy, and I love when a fragrance sort of lingers in the air and I can smell it on me and I can smell it around me. And that's probably how I got through so much of this fragrance. It is a rose-based fragrance. It's got a slightly spicy, warm kind of character to the fragrance. People compare it to Delina. I don't think it smells like Delina or Delina Exclusive. I think there's no connection to it, but people say it smells like it. But a lot of people who smelt this when I'd wear it would always say, what is that fragrance? It smells incredible. What is it? It's the Zara fragrance as well. And I don't know, I find that I don't really tend to love a lot of the Zara releases, especially from the men's line. So if I'm gonna get a collection, it's either the unisex line or more towards a feminine collection, because I feel like they're more well thought out. And this is a collaboration with John Malone. So yeah, Fashionably London, love this fragrance. And a few of you have told me as well that you really like this one as well, which is always nice to hear. So I forgot to talk about this fragrance, so I'm just adding it in separately. This is from a Thai-based brand called Proad Parfums, and this fragrance is called Cherry Syrup Gold. Now, as the name suggests, this is a cherry forward fragrance. I have typically struggled with the note of cherry in the past, but the way it's done here is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful fragrance and I love this fragrance. It's so intoxicating, it's warm, it's very rich. It has some rum in this, like some sort of liqueur, some bitter almond. It's got rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, rhubarb as well, which is really interesting. It's also got some sandalwood, some oud, tonka bean, vanilla, musk, and heliotrope. So it's a very rich and intoxicating fragrance. This was gifted to me by my friend from Bangkok. They were visiting London from Bangkok, and my good friend gifted me this, which is really nice because I can think of her when I wear it. And it's based, the brand is based in Thailand, which is really interesting. I don't know many Thai fragrance houses, but this one is gorgeous. And I think when it gets cooler, it's going to be really nice to wear on cooler days, especially when there's that nice sort of cool air outside. But yeah, this is a really beautiful fragrance, and I was gifted this in the summer months. So I think once it's a bit cooler outside, I am going to be rocking this beautiful fragrance. And I guess you can compare this to things like Lost Cherry, but to me this is better. It's better. It's smoother. It's really high quality. All the ingredients in this are stunning. The bottle is really beautiful as well. It's a really sturdy, really beautiful bottle, and yeah, really high quality brand. I think they did an amazing job. These are all the fragrances that I have added to my collection this year. Let me know your thoughts down below if you have any of these fragrances, because I am always intrigued to know what you guys think. As always, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back to make a new video very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.